But I thought it was a great gesture.
So Republicans are after the Democrats for fundraising, claiming there are irregularities. Now that, my friends, takes balls. While Trump is in the Middle East taking gifts from dictators and murderers and a $400 million jet from a country that funds terrorists, just last month, Mantides directed the Justice Department to investigate ActBlue for allowing straw donors and foreign influence. A straw donor is a person who illegally uses another person's money to make a political contribution in their own name. It's illegal. Like in 2014, this Trumpy pencil dick, a right-wing conspiracy theorist, was convicted of reimbursing friends 20 grand for donations to his friend's Senate campaign, who was a Republican, and of course Trump pardoned everybody. But now, Democrats are finally pushing back. More of that'll be coming right up, but please subscribe to Really American on YouTube. Help us get to 1 million subscribers, and we'll invite you to our Christmas party. You know, the one without the HR people there. It's free. All it takes is a click.
Yeah, baby.
In a nutshell, the Trump Justice Department is a living, breathing oxymoron. The U.S. Attorney General is this little grift, Pam Bondi, who fits into Trump's grift like a proctologist's right hand. Long before Tiny Fingers paid her off $25,000 for not prosecuting Trump University, which is on the record, Bondi worked as a foreign lobbyist for Qatar, earning $115 grand a month right up until 2022.
We took out an ISIS terrorist in New York, right in New York, brought to justice the Abbey Gate terrorist.
In that role, she lobbied Congress on behalf of Qatari interests. She also worked in a separate lobbying position for a DC-based firm called Ballard Partners, where again she also lobbied on behalf of Qatari interests. And this is kind of important. During this time, Qatar was funneling money to al-Qaeda spin-offs like Hamas, Hezbollah, and ISIS, who were killing everyone, Jews, Americans, Arabs, and Persians, so at least they weren't prejudiced. So when Barbie signed off on Trump accepting a $400 million gift from her sleazy pals, well, let's say no one was shocked. No one. But the question is this: with the House and Senate in MAGA hands and Trump destroying all of the guardrails, what can Democrats do? Well, for starters, get pissed.
It's a mistake, and it's just bringing up something he doesn't need.
Well, France gave us the Statue of Liberty, didn't it?
Is that the same thing?
But they gave us the Statue of Liberty. Was that legal? I don't know what the law is.
He seems to intend to use it for Air Force One. Do you have security concerns?
Well, they better sweep that plane from front to back.
There are lots of issues around that I think will attract very serious questions if and when it happens.
Congress, by the way, approved the gift to the Statue of Liberty. Anyway, Republicans have yet to reach, as you saw, a consensus on Donald Trump's plans to accept a $400 million jet as a gift from Qatar. But Democrats sure know what to call it: corruption. Earlier today, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer announced that he would place a hold on all political appointments at the Department of Justice until the Trump administration addresses key national security concerns. Joining us now, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. So as we understand it, Mr. Leader, there are three political nominees on the calendar. What positions are these?
One of them is a very important position. It's head of national security in the Justice Department. They're in charge of vetting people. And there are many positions. There are three right on the calendar, but there are many more in the pipeline and many vacancies. And I am putting a hold on every political appointment to the Justice Department until these very serious issues of bribery, of emolument, and of national security are answered.
Now, and I'm trying to be nice, does Chuck Schumer make you want to get dressed for battle, or more like take a Metamucil and wait for your next bowel movement? Now, the Democrats are rightly saying the attack on them is to obscure allegations of corruption and foreign influence in Trump-aligned entities. Yeah, duh. That's why Democrats are fighting back. Notably, Democrats are also asking for any reports of suspicious transactions related to the Trump family's new cryptocurrency ventures, which have raised concerns about potential for abuse and influence peddling. For those of you who don't understand cryptocurrency, don't worry, it's difficult. It's the ultimate pump and dump con game. Trump and his family are trying to get Americans to invest in a currency that is purely hypothetical in that it only has the backing of the small minority of people who believe in it and own it. And watch Trump and his company pump the price up, then sell it.
Has Qatar asked for anything in exchange for that $400 million luxury jumbo jet? And how can the American people be so sure that they will not in the future?
I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free take things out, we'll take one too.
But let's get back to the Democrats fighting the corruption in Trump world, of which there is a load. Trump has business deals with Russian oligarchs in Putin's circle and business deals with murderous dictators like MBS, Erdogan, Viktor Orban, and others. It's estimated that Trump, who was on the verge of yet another bankruptcy back in 2024, which would have been his 7th, is now worth billions. And Trump is cutting these illegal, immoral deals right out in public, which hilariously Mike Johnson uses to defend the grift.
Are you equally concerned about President Trump's family's business dealings, especially given the fact that he is in a region now where his family has billions of dollars of investments in Doha and Saudi Arabia, and the fact that he has a crypto business now where he's auctioned off access to the White House for the highest bidder in his meme?
Look, there are authorities that police executive branch ethics rules. I'm not an expert in that. My expertise is here in the House, okay? I will say that the reason many people refer to the Bidens as the Biden crime family is because they were doing all this stuff behind curtains, but in the back rooms. They were trying to conceal it, and they repeatedly lied about it, and they set up shell companies, and the family was all engaged in getting all on the dole. Whatever the President Trump is doing is out in the open. They're not trying to conceal anything.
Mr. Speaker, the investment in the meme coin, those folks are not transparent. We do not know who those people are.
I don't know anything about the meme coin thing. I don't know. I can just tell you that, I mean, President Trump has had nothing to hide. He's very upfront about it, and there are people who watch all the ethics of that. But I mean, I've got to be concerned with running the House of Representatives, and that's what I do.
So how should the Democrats fight back? Well, interestingly, two of the Democratic pit bulls who are on opposite sides of the room, well, they agree on this. We need to kick ass and take names.
If anyone's breaking the law in this situation, it's not members of Congress, it's the Department of Homeland Security. It's people like Tom Homan and Secretary Kristi Noem. You lay a finger on them, we are going to have a problem.
And James Carville, the Democratic strategist who pulls no punches, takes on Trump, MAGA, and the Democrats who attack white men for simply being white.
So I'm sorry, but to the 10% that said, well, I voted for change, I didn't vote for this, then you are a goddamn idiot. And what my favorite group of people are these Wall Street Trump supporters, these guys worth $6 gazillion. Well, I didn't know he was going to do this. I was surprised that they wasn't thought out. What the f*** has he ever done in his life that's ever been thought out? Nothing. My argument is maybe these people are not worth the trouble. Maybe they should just go their own way. And then we talked about this in Outrage. Ilhan Omar says that white males are responsible for more deaths than anybody in the country. I have no idea whether that's true. Why say that? Why are we trying to piss off 1/3 of the people that are going to vote? Forget I'm a white male. I'm running a campaign. I'm running a strategy. I know that 70% of the people that are going to vote are going to be white. I know 48% of those are going to be male. So my rough, non-Stanford, back of the envelope calculation, it's about 1/3 of the electorate. When is somebody going to say, why don't you people just learn to shut up about this? You're not doing anybody any good.
That, my friends, is how you win elections. And while Trump is tearing apart the fabric of America, Democrats should be tearing apart Trump. Every day until the midterms, we need to keep saying this. Trump takes money from terrorists. There's no hiding it because Trump doesn't think he needs to. This isn't rocket science.
I could be a stupid person.
Don't be distracted by immigration or LGBT, as painful as some of those issues might feel. The 90 million eligible voters who stayed home hate the person who Trump really is. And it's our job to show the fat emperor naked.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it won't be pretty, but that's how you win. So who's with me?
Goddamn right. Hail Trump!
That is crazy!
Woo-hoo!
Drop your pants.
Tara!
You're an idiot!
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes!
Tick-tock!
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.